Football on the horizon and a great place for it. Welcome to historic Lambeau Field in Green Bay. Today, we're ready for an entertaining battle. It's the Baltimore Ravens and the Green Bay Packers. Here's Brandon McManus to get this one going. And here we go from Lambeau. Returning it from the 4. This makes it up to the 25. So the Ravens offense taking over for the first time here. And they're brought out by someone who is the modern example of an elite running quarterback, the multiple-time MVP, Lamar Jackson.
A decade plus before Lamar, it was a guy named Michael Vick who was the standard for dual-threat quarterbacks. Well, today, that standard is Lamar Jackson, who at his best is an MVP-caliber player, and the most exciting player, not just at his position, but in all of football. And don't let that running overshadow the strides he's made as a passer, too, in the pocket and as a franchise quarterback to build upon.
Hopkins making the grab downfield. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. Give him 24 yards on that one. And that's going to be a Baltimore first.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
Oh, he drops a cut to the right sideline. And he's going to take this down to the 11-yard line. A pickup there of 39. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
I can assure you of one thing. That carry just brought some extra work in the opening quarter. You couldn't script that run any better.
What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has him well into the red zone now with 1st and 10. Zone read, they'll hand off to Henry. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. From the gun, Jackson. He's got it. And in for the Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens take a 6-0 lead right away. Zay Flowers, the touchdown. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you can go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
That is Tyler Luke, now on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Ravens will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Packers, nothing.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. And this is Savion Williams on the return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. So the Packers offense getting set for their first drive. And bringing them out now in his 6th year here in the NFL. Brock is 3rd as a starter from Utah State. It's Jordan Love.
What's cool about Jordan's story, too, Kate, is he's officially moved beyond the story of how his career began, of sitting and waiting for his opportunity to shine. Now we just get to celebrate all these shining moments, showing off the talent that he's got.
Packers getting set here. 1st and 10. Love throwing to start us off. Throws off the rip, but it's incomplete. Pass was thrown for Christian Watson. And it's going to be 2nd down. Not must-have yet, Brock, but it does feel pretty important that they come up with an answer for that touchdown, but not going to be easy.
Nope, and incompletions like that certainly won't help.
Still 10 to go. It's second down now from the 26. Back to the air. Love. Taken in by Luke Musgrave. And he gets it up to the 35, but this is short. Third down coming up. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
On the sneak, it's Love. And this defense is going to win this rep. They hold strong there in the middle, get him down right at the line. Fourth down coming up.
That's all you could really expect from a sneak, Kate. One, maybe a couple yards. So in that way, their job was executed. But the play call, well, that leaves me and I think many scratching our heads.
So fourth down, here comes Daniel Whelan to send it flying for the Packers. Back for the Ravens, LeJohntay Wester. Fields this at the 19. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Now, on behalf of all of us here at EA Sports, hope that you are having an excellent Thanksgiving Day. And today, of course, also our John Madden Thanksgiving celebration across the NFL, where we recognize the impact John had on generations of football fans, from his days as the legendary coach of the Raiders, to his decades as a broadcaster, to his influence on new generations of fans as the namesake of our game. And all of us here proud to remember his impact on the sport. The drive begins with Henry. And that carry only nets one on the plunge up the gut.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
At the 28-yard line.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Lamar now from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Now Jackson on third down. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well, they connected on 3 straight before that throw, Brock. Might not be perfect anymore on this drive, but they are still moving it well.
And I don't expect that one to interrupt his progress very long. They're still on a mission this series. He's the one driving it.
The Ravens going to punt this away, and here's Jordan Stout to handle that boot. Fair catch made a little beyond the 20-yard line. Packers taking the field now. Their second series of the game coming up. They didn't start the game off like they wanted, Brock. Still searching for that opening first down as they take the field a second time. Green Bay offense to the line now. 1st and 10. Here's Josh Jacobs getting his first look on the ground. And he's going to get this one on the 36-yard line. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's good for a Green Bay first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively, because you also know it can set the table for more.
Now Love on the play fake. He's going to keep it this time. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
That's another Packers first down.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him, calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Thrown on first down, Love. Finds him over the middle. And they make the tackle at the 38.
14 more yards.
That's the end of one here. 7-0 is our score. We'll return to historic Lambeau Field after this. Time for our second quarter. It'll be Packer football to begin. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Jacobs gets it on the draw, and he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
4 yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Love from the gun. Into the hands of Romeo Dobbs. And they're going to be set up at the 11 after that play. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
That's good for the Packers. First down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Quick throw out wide by Love. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight ends short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
2nd down now. They need 7. Shotgun now for Love. And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Packers can tie it up in a second after cutting into the lead. Jordan Love, the touchdown.
Kate, we know you can do it in different ways in today's NFL at quarterback. Some with the brains, the processing, that anticipation and accuracy. Some could do it with their improv skills to create a play when everything breaks down. And he just put on a show.
Brandon McManus on for the PAT. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Packers tie this game 7-7. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Rasheen Ali on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. Now the Ravens all set for another possession. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Baltimore offense to the line now. 1st and 10. Lamar off the play fake. He passes the 35. Connects on the crosser. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that's going to be a Baltimore first.
First down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Out of the gun, Henry. Well, a lot of effort there, partner, but no results. He fought through that one stop, but only managed to get back to the line of scrimmage.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays, the ones that amount to really very little statistically, and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Finds him on the crossing route. For a second, we both thought he'd get the first, but he winds up being just shy of a gain of 8, 3rd down.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
Here's Lamar on the sneak. They sent him right up the gut, but he wasn't able to get anywhere. The defense braced for impact, and they made the stop. It's 4th down. Call it a lone yard on the run. It's going to be 4th down. The Packers take their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Here's Jordan Stouts coming on again to punt. On the return for the Packers, that's Matthew Golden. So this one will go out of bounds, and they'll start the drive inside their own 30. Out now runs the Packer offense. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Jacobs gets it to start the drive. Fighting his way through, but he lost the football. And the Ravens make the recovery. Not much added after the recovery, partner, so that is where they'll take possession from the fumble. But where one defender failed, Brock, another succeeded. He shook free of that first tackle, but the next guy not only made that hit, but knocked it loose as well.
Kate, as we saw when he broke that first tackle, he can absorb a shot, right? He's got great, what they call contact balance to absorb it and keep going. But that second hit, well, that drove the ball free and leads to this takeaway.
We see the Ravens making their way out now. And in a tie game, we've been sensing a breakthrough coming, Brock. Might this be the drive where we finally see one side get the edge over the other?
Well, if it is, Kate, you know and I know it's about play-to-play execution and more than likely making sure they can convert in some of those situational downs.
From the pistol, Henry. And he'll manage 3 there to begin this one. 2nd and 7 coming up.
That's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. You really create some indecision now defensively.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Now Jackson. He'll set up the screen for Henry. Over to the right. And he's taken out as he brings it down towards the 10. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
The design run, Jackson keeping it. And that's only 1 yard up the middle. Going to be 2nd down. Now timeout taken by Green Bay. That's it, 2nd. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down.
It may not show up as much on the old stat sheet, just a short little QB run, but what that does, Kate, is so important. Keeps that defense honest, and in particular, those defensive linemen, those cleats in the ground, they're not just coming after you in the pocket. Now they've got to think about you as a runner as well.
Lamar out of the pistol. Blitz is there, and he goes down. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
You get into the red zone and every detail matters. It matters on the whole 100 yards. But, Kate, once you get inside this red zone, it is so critical. And let's tip our cap to the defense on the details, creating that sack.
Packers loading up the secondary on 3rd. 6 DBs out there. Here he goes, 3rd and long. That one's incomplete in the end zone. Thought he had a touchdown there. And now now they're staring at 4th and long. Tough to blame him for that drop, Brock, even if it would have been a touchdown. That was a great effort defensively, timing that hit, keeping them from hitting the end zone. Reaction and burst. You get in the red zone defensively, you'll hear it all the time. You cannot wait. You've got to react, and then you got to burst. And that defender does a tremendous job of breaking that pass up with contact. I'm going to give a little credit to their defense right there, Kate. Sudden change situation, your offense fumbles, and you've got to find a way to hold them to a field goal, and they just did. All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. Here comes Williams on the return. The coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Packers and Josh Jacobs about set to go on offense. And normally they'd need this out, Brock, but facing such a small deficit, good chance they try to get a field goal here before the break. Packers getting set here. 1st and 10. Hand off to Jacobs to start the drive. Small gain there, maybe 3 if he's lucky to begin this drive.
That's the kind of yardage. It's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3-and-out.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Throwing here just before halftime. This finds Downs. And they're going to have this up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down. So a field goal game at the half. A good one so far. 2 quarters to go. Now let's check in with Scott Hansen. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Scott Hansen, good to be with you from the Orlando EA Sports Studios with an abridged halftime report. This one shaping up to be a tight one, as evidenced by the scoreboard. Both these teams playing it close to the vest in the first half. What will happen in the second half? Let's find out as we send it back to the stadium and our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Excellent work as always, Scott. Love that halftime report. Just a field goal game for us here as we start quarter number 3. All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. Here comes Williams on the return. A pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Packers and Josh Jacobs about set to go on offense. And their defense sure has kept this game close. Now it's time for them to come through, get some points for their team in this low-scoring affair. First call here coming from the shotgun. Third quarter starts with a run from Jacobs. Robbed by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. To the air with Love. Now setting up the screen for Jacobs. Breaks the tackle. He's got space ahead. And he's out of bounds. Defenders get there to drive him out right near that 40-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get him enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
Takes the handoff, now Love. A dangerous throw, and he almost got burned by it. The interception dropped and incomplete on first down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Following the near interception, this is 2nd and 10. Love out of the shotgun. That's completed right side. And he's taken down, but he's got it to the 29. It's a 29-yard gain. And it'll give the Packers the first.
Packers, first down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing again. Love. This one falls incomplete. Target that time, Jaden Reed. And now it's 2nd down.
That's a throw at this level. With so much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. Got to be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
Ball still on that 29-yard line as they come up to it. 2nd and 10. Once more, it's Love. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
Throwing his Love on 3rd. And this is another incompletion.
We see this all the time. The number one thing you see NFL defenses do to try to force that 4th down, gets down coverage. Put your cover guys on the field. Let the boys up front cut it loose with pressure, and let the cover guys go shut it down.
On comes Brandon McManus now to try this field goal for the Packers. It's from the right hash, 46 yards. McManus sends it through, and that will tie things up in the 3rd.
Here we go, all squared up once again after the first drive of the 2nd half. Something tells me, though, Kate, these kickers, they better stay warm because more than likely their leg is going to play a big difference in this outcome.
Now after tying this game up, they're all set to center away. Has this at the 6. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Now Baltimore returning its offense to the field of play. And last drive left them in a little bit of limbo, Brock. They were happy to leave with points, obviously, but not happy that they had to settle for a field goal instead of a touchdown.
Coaches love to say on offense, let every drive end in a kick. The bronze medal's a punt, silver medal's a field goal, and now they're going to be striving for that PAT, the gold medal.
Henry gets it here to start the drive. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Putting one of the tight ends in motion right. Shotgun snap to Jackson. Likely's got it right side. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Third and long for him here. So the heave knocked away from the intended targets. That brings up 4th down.
I'll tell you what, Kate, challenging this guy in a close game, you are tempting fate. He got one hand on it. He gets 2. It could have gone the other way.
Baltimore lined up in punt formation. Jordan Stout's the one to send it away. Fair catch called for, and he's got it right near the 30-yard line. Now here comes the Green Bay offense. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A give to Jacobs on the inside handoff. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
At the 32-yard line.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Throwing, it's Love. Completed over the middle. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Just how many times do we see teams go to this route? You go to a Little League field, tell them to, hey, run to the post. It's a playbook staple. And he's someone you could depend on to create space and make catches out of it.
On 1st and 10, here's Love. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Looking for Christian Watson that time. So 2nd down coming up. When we look back at this one, Brock, it is going to be defensive highlight after defensive highlight. And there again, the examples, they just keep coming.
The physical play has been the trademark. Really, from the first snap through this 2nd half, there have not been many just uncontested, clean, efficient plays. Every effort's been answered. That's why that scoreboard's not been lit up. That drop ruins the payoff to a well-designed play. It got a man open, it beat the coverage. That's a call they can revisit in the future with hopefully a much better job finishing the catch.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Sticking in the air, Love. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Kate, as a quarterback, that is so rough. Incomplete, incomplete, incomplete. You're going to go to the sidelines, you're going to look at that tablet, and you're going to try to figure out how in the heck do we turn this around.
The Packers send out their punting unit. It'll be Daniel Whelan doing the honors. Baltimore running its offense out now. And they're playing with a chance to take the lead right here. Get a nice little cushion in what has been an otherwise really close game.
Yeah, and really the mindset, Kate, is this has got to be the drive. When you break the huddle, you look at each other and say, right now, these are the moments that tilt the game in our favor. Because you know if you don't get it done, you've given your opponent that opportunity.
Ravens to the line now. 1st and 10. Again to Henry on the inside handoff. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
Give some credit to the defense on that one. We don't see him get fooled into making the wrong read very often in the RPO. That's why the RPO, in fact, is part of their game to begin with. He normally makes the right call. He didn't do it there.
Lamar back to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
There's no question, Kate, that the big plays down the seam or will make tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, it gets good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
They come to the line here. This is 3rd and 6. We're still tied through 3 here. Neither defense has given an inch in this one. Well, we didn't see either side separate through 3. It's all tied at 10 to begin the 4th. Six yards to go here. It's 3rd down. They'll air it out on 3rd. going to be brought down right at the 35. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
Baltimore, first down. A gain of 11 on the play.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
The tight end in motion now. Play action. Here's Jackson. Looking to his fullback now. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. Jackson keeping it himself. Makes the tackle. Keeps it moving. He does it. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens take a fourth-quarter lead. It's a Lamar Jackson touchdown.
Okay, we know it's hard for running backs to get runs like that in the open field and find pay dirt from that distance. Even more rare to see a QB get it done. And I don't think that'll be the last time he totes it.
Here's Luke for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Ravens break that tie and now lead by 7.
Packers 10.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. Here comes Williams on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. The Green Bay offense about to get started once more. Still time to go, Brock, but that touchdown has them down now 7. They've got to find the end zone here. Green Bay offense to the line now. 1st and 10. Now Love on the play fake. Connects with the open man downfield. And they will stop him as he gets this down to their 39-yard line. This play goes for 36. And that's good for a Green Bay first down.
For a Packers first down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
You know, Kay, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and totally this drive.
Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play. Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you call 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Love from the gun. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And their next snap is going to come from the red zone, Brock. He's down to that 17-yard line. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
First down.
Wow, certainly found the weak spot in the coverage with that catch. Really goes to show they trust every single player, receiver, running back, in that case, tight end, to be a playmaker in this offense.
Running on first here with Jacobs. And he runs this one in. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers now trail by just a point in the 4th. It's a Josh Jacobs touchdown. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the fourth quarter that could go either way.
On for the PAT, and a make would tie us up late. The kick is good, so this game now hinging on every possession as we're tied up in the fourth.
17.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Starting from the 5. He's stopped on the run back at the 27. The Ravens trotting out their offense. They're headed out there after just watching their lead disappear, but going off of that, an opportunity does exist now for an immediate answer.
And I'm going to say the quiet thing out loud here, Kate. There is a part of this offensive group that just loves this opportunity. They get the chance right now to answer, and not just that, but possibly come up with a game-winning drive.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. From the gun, a run for Henry. And they'll surrender just a lone yard. That brings up 2nd down.
Kingsley Enagbari on the tackle. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 29-yard line.
So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from Green Bay. Ravens want to end it in regulation if they can. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Lamar off the play fake. Buying some time right. Now he takes it. And he's taken down after a very productive effort there, Brock, up to the 40-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Back to throw. Short pass brought in. Finds a little room there. Gets him about 3 yards. They're up to the 43.
Just stay on schedule. Just stay on schedule, right? SOS. Bad thing on a ship. Good thing on a football field. Even a little completion keeps this offense on schedule.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Here he is to throw. Right side and into the hands of Bateman. And he's going to be across midfield, close to the 45 before going out. A 9-yard gain and good for a 1st down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. Trying down the middle with Henry. And that is exactly what they were after, Brock. A good 8-yard run there on 1st down. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts.
It's a gain of 8.
And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. Another run for Henry. And they make the stop, we're going to say, about the 37-yard line. Pickup of 2 here. And that's going to be a Baltimore 1st.
Hey, Kate, you want to see a picture in the football dictionary of staying on schedule? That was it.
2 timeouts remaining and some time left to use them. It's 1st and 10. Now put one of the tight ends in motion. 1st down, and they go right back to it. One good for a gain of 4. It's 2nd down.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign Well, they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
Now we're going to have a timeout taken by Baltimore. It's second. And they're still going to have one left at their disposal. This is 2nd and 6 coming up. Running once more with Henry. And he's going to work ahead for a couple here. It's 3rd down now. The Packers take their first time out. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
Brings up 3rd down.
Coming to the line for their 9th play of the drive. This is 3rd and 3. Henry's going to try to pick it up. He's still fighting forward. And he's going to be stopped, but not before he gets him all the way down to that 15-yard line. A gain of 15 there. And that's good for a Ravens first down. And with 2 seconds remaining in our contest, we're going to see what both teams decide to do with this final play. Everything coming down to the leg of Tyler Luke. And with 2 seconds remaining in our contest, we're going to see what both teams decide to do with this final play. So the rookie getting a chance at a signature moment here in his first season. This 32 yards out. It's on the right hash. The kick is good. He got it. And the 3rd time he puts it through will be the charm. They won it. So the Ravens will fly home with the win. And with overtime in their back pocket, they weren't going to lose it at the end, but they still managed to set up the field goal, and he executed the game winner. What a memorable way to win it. This has been another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. With all our crew here and my broadcast partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. The Ravens are your winners as we say so long from Green Bay.